دوستان، با درودی فراوان به شما از هر کجا که با ما هستید. امیدواریم که روز و روزگارتون با صلح و صفا باشه و در اون نیت و آرزوی پرورش صلح در خانواده‌تون، در درونتون و در دنیای بیرونتون همواره کوشایی انجام میدین، کوشا هستین. من خب خیلی در رابطه با ارتقاء صلح در خانواده دوست دارم که این صحبت‌های دل به دل رو یا قلب به قلب، دل به دل رو با شما عزیزان داشته باشم، همواره دارم و این برنامه مام تاک در واقع نیتش همین هستش که در و پنجره رو باز بکنیم، با همدیگه رابطه برقرار بکنیم، کانکت بکنیم به قول معروف در دنیایی که امروزه تکنولوژی ما رو از هم تا حدی جدا کرده، ولی در آن سوی به اصطلاح پرده خیلی هم ما رو نزدیک میکنه به هم. همین که هوشیار باشیم و حواسمون باشه که چگونه با تکنولوژی و از تکنولوژی استفاده بکنیم، واقعا قدم خیلی خیلی مهم این قرن جدید هستش و فرزندان ما و نسل آینده ما. امروز بسیار بسیار خوشنود هستم، خوشحالم که در برنامه مام تاک دو دوست بسیار گرامی من، دوستی که با او از کودکی بچه ها، در اصل موقعی که دختر و پسر من در developmental kindergarten و کودکی در مدرسه شروع کردن آغاز تحصیلاتشون رو، دختر من و پسر من با دختر این دوست عزیز من بسیار بسیار دوستی صمیمی و نزدیکی داشتن که همواره این رابطه ما به عنوان یک مادر و به عنوان یک فامیل با هم جلو رفته. امروز دوست گرامی من خانم انجلا براونلی، به اصطلاح آرنولد براونلی، اینجا هستند که ایشون در شیوه های مختلف از به اصطلاح رهبری و پیشروی در رابطه با حقوق زنان، فعالیت زنان، قدرتمند کردن زنان، women empowerment، بالا بردن و به اصطلاح کمک رسانی به دختران، به خصوص دختران در رهبری، girls and leadership، و به قول معروف هر جوری که تونستن هم در مدرسه هم در جامعه فعالیت میکنن از طریق گرل سکاوت. لیدر و رهبری ایشون در گرل سکاوت بسیار بسیار تاریخچه طولانی داشته و من میذارم که خودشون توضیح بدن و به قول معروف تعریف بکنن که چگونه نیت داشتن برای رهبری و پیشبرد زنان، به خصوص در رابطه با به اصطلاح توانمندی کردن اونها، اعتماد به نفس بالا بردن اونها، ارتقاء به اصطلاح تواناییشون و توان بخشیشون چقدر میتونه مهم باشه، ضروری باشه، به خصوص در دنیای امروزه ما که به قول معروف getting to 50-50 یه هدف و یه گل مهمه. ولی اون یه به اصطلاح مام تاک دیگه هستش که اون رو حتما در روز به اصطلاح جهانی زن که 8 مارس هستش براتون خدمتتون ارائه خواهیم کرد، با مادران بسیار بسیار زیاد، با پدران بسیار بسیار زیاد، با مردان و زنانی که همه این نیت رو قبول دارن و پیشرو هستن در بالا بردن این 50-50 و توانمندی زنان و دختران، به خصوص دخترانمون در جامعه، که به صلح بیشتر و بهتری برسیم. میهمان دیگه عزیز برنامه امروز من آقای دکتر ستون هستن که ایشون به عنوان دکتر به اصطلاح the hug doctor، دکتری که دکتر روانشناس هستن و دکتری که ایشون بر اساس تحقیقات و به اصطلاح دانشی چی که پشت این قدرت و نیروی هاگ و اینکه چقدر میتونه یه هاگ، یه در آغوش گرفتن، یه بغل کردن شما رو هیل بکنه، شما رو فیزیکلی بدنتون رو به اصطلاح شفا بده. اگر ناراحتی قلبی دارین، اینجا خیلی از تحقیقات نشون میده که اونایی که ناراحتی قلبی دارن، ناراحتی‌های فیزیکی دارن، چقدر مهمه کارایی مثل بغل کردن پرمعنا، یوگا، مایندفولنس، مدیتیشن و این کارا چقدر میتونه در حفظ به اصطلاح بهداشت روح و روان فرد او رو از مریضی به سلامت منتقل بکنه. بنابراین اینا دیگه با تحقیقات و با علوم نشون داده شده و من میذارم که خود آقای دکتر ستون برای شما توضیح بدن. این برنامه به زبان انگلیسی خواهد بود ولی من سعی میکنم که در بخشی از برنامه یک مقدار صحبت‌ها و گفتمان‌هامون رو ترجمه بکنم. میدونم مام تاک همیشه مولتی لینگوال هستش. اینجا ما انگلیسی داشتیم، عربی داشتیم، اسپانیش بعضی از اوقات و خب سعی میکنیم که با هم با این گلوبال فاکتور و اینکه اینترنشنال گلوبال سیتیزنشیپ چقدر مهمه یه جورایی این مام تاک رو جلو ببریم و پیش ببریم. به این دو مهمان عزیز و گرامی امروز برنامه‌ام آقای دکتر ستون و خانم انجلای نازنین به اصطلاح خوش آمد میگم. Angela, thank you so much for being on Mom Talk.
Thank you for having me.
Being here, it's so meaningful to me, and I just explained to our audience why this is such a meaningful show, because I've known you ever since our kids were in just like little, you know, tiny. They were 5 and 6 and growing up together. So when you have those mom connectional, you know, bonding times together day in, day out, it just is so wonderful. And so you know why this is such a meaningful show, because we've shared, you know, over 5-6 years of our educational and our children's lives together. Yes. And then on the other hand, we have Dr. Stone. And Dr. Stone, welcome to Mom Talk again. Hello, Dr. Stone.
It's a pleasure to be here.
We're giving you a butterfly hug and a virtual hug. The Hug Doctor. Welcome.
So excited to be back.
Yes, we're so excited to have you back. And this is such an important topic. Was it January 21st? So approximately a month ago, right? We had approximately a month ago this wonderful celebration of the International Hug Day, or the National Hugging Day, which went global. We did go global, and the Guinness World Record was covering it. International global citizens gathered at the Agape Spiritual Center. We formed a circle, and I know you led this beautiful group hug, and it was such a meaningful and deep and therapeutic experience for me. And I know, Angela, we've talked about this. Yes. For you as well, and our girls who share this very strong friendship and girl power, like this bond, this friendship that they have. And so at this event, Angela and I, we were encouraged, we were inspired by you, Dr. Stone, to engage on this 21 days hugging journey.
It's so beautiful and so inspiring. You inspire me right back, and that you would go on this with your daughters and really spread love in the world for 21 days.
We're going to hold hand and remember the connection and what it felt. So I have to say, you know, we have moved into this modern social technical lifestyle where things are really fast, and we've lost touch from just being in touch or connecting, especially physically. I don't know if you relate to this, Angela.
Definitely.
Yeah. And so what
100%.
So what you did for us, you kind of gave us permission to take this on and just engage in this social, I thought it was a very powerful social learning experiment, because every day internally, so intrinsically, I woke up with the intent being reminded of my commitment to you, to Angela, to our daughters, to my family. And it grew, like it had a ripple effect. And I wasn't ashamed, I kind of just went with it because I could explain to people, listen, I'm doing a 21-day journey.
Right, exactly. It's a permission
Yeah.
to really explore with lightness and joy and spread love. I'm getting excited hearing you talk about it because it's exactly,
Yeah, and in our practice as psychologists, it's not that common to hug your patients. In fact, sometimes it's discouraged, based on your relationship and your rapport and your transference and counterference. But I did take a chance, and with those clients that I explained this 21 days hug journey and my intent and my personal experience and how it's been so therapeutic and healing, I've had quite a few number of clients from different ages, the youth, parents, grandparents who welcomed it. They took it on, and they're actually saying that they're feeling much better. They're feeling more connected. They're feeling happier. They're feeling more balanced in their lives, and especially with the youth, they're saying that their relationships with their parents have improved because they've engaged in these long, like no words, but just holding experiences when they can just embrace each other and experience what unconditional love really feels like.
100%. And, I want to underscore that with it's all about consensual hugging and clear communication. And so I don't want anyone watching this to think that this is any permission for any kind of inappropriate touch. This is what someone like your dear friend that you've known for years, or your dear friend that you've just met, to communicate clearly about how you feel, and then ask, would you like a hug? Knowing you can stop the hug at any point that you want to as well. So I think we have these rules as therapists for good reason, to protect people and to be safe. We don't want to be trapped and bound by the rules, though, and not live our lives and show our love for the people that we really care about and the issues that we're passionate about.
That's right. That's right. And that opens up actually so many opportunities, peace learning opportunities and conversations to wonder about it. Because part of engaging, and like Angela and I did at the Hugging Day, the National Hugging Day, it opens up this nice dialogue that the two of us as moms of girls, are now wondering, what is that going to look like? We don't see each other every day, but when we do see each other, we saw each other a few times on the soccer field. When, I had a long day at work. I got there at the end of the day. We're, watching and witnessing our girls play and experience so much joy. But just holding Angela and, just that embracing hug was just so good. It just made my day.
Yes.
And it almost centered me. It refreshed me.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I had the same feeling, Dr. Stone. It was just, it's almost like it's brought on a new, like, spiritual awakening for me, to be able to exchange the hugs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. That's like hitting me like so beautifully and powerfully. I love it, and I acknowledge you guys. And did you feel,
I just have a question, because we haven't had a chance to really talk about it, but did you feel that, doing that in our community, within our community, that part of it was also very therapeutic, like healing?
Yes.
Yeah, because we like, you're talking about this modeling or this social learning, that you're making it okay, and we don't necessarily have to stand there and talk, but we can just like hold each other and share that kind, warm hug. And a couple of times that Angela and I have been embracing, I've noticed that our girls or the other girls are watching, and they have this wondering look on their face, which I think it's beautiful, because you're opening up this opportunity to make it okay to share kindness and to embrace and to have this unconditional love when you're not asking them, how was your day? How was your game? All these questions that we do all the time.
100%. I think too that it impacts us on so many levels that is profound, because when you're hugging each other and everybody else that's experiencing that around you, that's seeing that, they feel that connection at some level for themselves. It's soothing for other people seeing you hug, I think, as well. And it's grounding you for what you're going to do next. I like to say hugging powers activate. It's like the two of you are coming together and you're charging each other and then going out into the world to be the loving, awesome women and moms that you are. And it's charging you to do that. It's so getting us in touch with the moment, too. Like literally what matters to us in that moment.
Yes.
So
yes, you do have an opportunity to pause. It's almost like a connectional meditation when you're in connection, so connecting and then meditating at the same time.
Right. And I want to be clear that it's, about communication. So you guys know each other so well that you could have a long hug and you might not talk. And that's awesome. And like when you were holding each other's hands before, like it's great. and it's we are deprived in our society of touch. And so that's great when someone initiates that and says, would you like to hold my hand? And it's also great when someone says, okay, I've had enough. My hand's a little hot now, or like that position's not entirely comfortable. It's all about the nuances of really communicating about what works and being very self-expressed and clear about what you want and what you need, which is a model for us in all domains of life. Right? Too often, we don't say when we don't like something. We don't stand up for ourselves. We don't say no to something because we want to be pleasing to someone else. And little things or bigger things. The point is the hug can give us awareness in the moment to saying what's really there for us in a loving way. So I call it radical transparency or truth in love, which is saying like exactly what's there for you from a place of love. And I think it's very rich to explore that on a 21-day journey. So I could talk more about that, but that's a piece.
I would love for you to explain it and also encourage or inspire and lead our audience who's interested in engaging on this or taking the first step in starting this 21 days hugging journey. And I know I've been personally inspired and loving all the videos that you post on the Hug Doctor site and your social media sites. And it's just wonderful to see that this movement is picking up a lot of interest and inspiring and rippling and being sort of crossing boundaries and crossing borders and going international and global.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so excited, and it's a pleasure to talk about it. The first thing is a self-hug, right? Like that's what grounds us each, and everything else that we do is loving ourselves. And it's also going for a jog this morning, if that's something that is important to you, and you commit to that yourself, or a yoga class, or spending time with your kids doing a little activity before they go to school. So the self-hug is so many different things that ground us. And where radical transparency comes in is being direct with ourselves about what we want and need in our lives. So a 21-day journey could be all about hugging yourself. It could be all about being more connected to others or being more connected to the world. The radical transparency piece, though, is like really looking at your life and saying what's working and what's not working, and being honest and brave to take movement in the areas that may not be working or not working as well as you want them to. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes so much sense. So it sounds like self-compassion, or that first step is connecting to self and knowing your needs and how to connect and give yourself that self-hug, which I'm so big on. I think self-care, self-compassion, we have this conversation with Angela and other moms at our school all the time, that it's really, really important to pay attention to your inner needs and your inner soul, and when you're feeling depleted, to take those moments to refresh and connect. And these hugs also, whether it's a self-hug or a connectional hug with another mom, have been a big piece of this 21 days, of hugging journey for me, and I know for you. We've had this conversation, and we're just hoping that every day. Now, I do have to say, being a busy mom, a busy bee mom, it's really hard to calendar it. Like, I've watched your, how you keep track of every day and you calendar it, and I haven't been able to do that yet. So I know the next cycle I intend to do that, because I think it's important. I think it's very valuable to log, and it takes it to a different, cognitive as well as spiritual level when you're more committed to that process. But I have to say, spiritually and in my headspace and my mindset, I've been, and to this day, I am very committed. And I go in now when it's, time to tuck the kids in, when it's time to share those nighttime stories and to listen and to be intentional and attentional with kids. And in fact, the kids now ask for, can we do an embrace, a 21-second hug? And they now are really enjoying the experience. And so it's become sort of interwoven, integrated in our daily, just in and out, daily parenting or PeaceLearning parenting experience. And so for that, I thank you, because I didn't really know how powerful it could be. It's very powerful, very powerful. It has huge ripple effect. It's affected the kids to now take those risks to engage and connect with their friends and some of their teachers, and have those conversations about, what hugs mean to them, or the power of hugs and their experiences. So it's something that has brought and cultivated a lot of empathy and peace in our community.
Definitely. I would totally agree. Yeah, I've even seen the change with my daughter. Like, she doesn't want to end the evening without having that 21-second hug, so it's been powerful.
And I have to say, at drop-off, in the morning, I'm the mom who drops off. I usually, because I'm in my robe, I usually in my PJs. I don't get out to greet and hug and embrace them to go off. But I have seen Angela many times, when I'm right behind her, she goes and they're embracing for these very, very long hugs. And, my hugs are inside the car, so nobody gets to see them.
Right. So you're making me think of a few different things, and I want to make sure I get this hashtag right. So I'm just looking at on my phone really quickly, and I'll explain it after I read it.
Okay.
It's hashtag you may get hit by a bus hug, and it comes out of a local AM radio station, a gentleman named Ryan Recker, who is on the 21-day journey right now. And I was explaining to him how the hug, you want to hug like each hug is your last hug. Because not in a heavy way, like in a way of like being fully present to what's really mattering to you and really, you know, embracing the moment. Even right now, like I want to be connected to you guys and your listeners right now. Like I'll never have the chance to do this again. And it's like empowers us to step outside of our comfort zone a little bit, potentially, if you wanted to, out of our comfort zone and into the hugging zone. So it's like, you know, you were talking about your pajamas and making me think of another hashtag potentially. But basically what I'm saying is, not that you need to get out and have a hug in your pajamas. Yeah, you could. You could. You know.
Oh, Dr. Stone.
Even in your pajamas, or whatever it might be, to have the freedom to play and dance a little bit, and take action. And I think, you know, your girls are clearly, you know, obviously, as are you, leaders. And to have that freedom to dance and play and express yourself and what matters to you and be a stand for that is all what this is about. You know, there's so many things in our communities that are not working. People without homes, you know, lots of different things. And it's about getting our classrooms like inspired to take action and make a difference in a way that matters to each individual. Not because I say people, you know, everybody needs to have a home, which I do, because each individual gets to decide what they're passionate about and look at how they're going to have that impact in the world, and let that hug be a explosion of love to make that difference and have that support and that power. So I love you and your pajamas, dropping them off at school, which is a hug in and of itself. And I want us to think kind of on these journeys, and your listeners who want to go on a journey, to think a little bit about what pushes you out of your comfort zone into the hugging zone, not the danger zone, but like how do you take it to the next level?
Yeah, I hear you.
That area.
Right. No, I hear you. So you might see me in my PJs at Circle next time.
And like,
I'll send you a selfie.
And it's totally cool, and it could be awesome, and it's a reminder of what's possible. I mean, that's why I regularly have hug shaved in the back of my head, or my socks don't match, or, you know, it's like a freedom to dance and play.
Yeah, I love that.
As adults, we get so like, oh, here I go to work, and why do I have this job, and it's like taking responsibility for our lives. This is it. You know, this is our chance to go after that level of training that we want, that we haven't gotten if we really want it, and live that life that's meaningful to us and engage in it. And I think so often it's easy to feel, you know, overwhelmed by everything that's not working.
Right.
Yeah, it's a great reminder to all families and moms, because I bet many of you watching now can relate to those moments, or on this motherhood or parenthood journey. There's so many moments where we just feel exhausted, we're overwhelmed, there's this disconnect between, you know, the partners, oftentimes between, you know, the extended family members, between the kids and the parents. And so multiple ways in which we can cultivate peace and empathy by being vulnerable. So if I don't have time because I'm a mom of 3 and in the mornings, you know, everything is so chaotic and just getting to school on time is a challenge, then embrace it, lean into it. And if, you know, sometimes I'm not going to be dressed, to take a chance and have those hashtag not so perfect moments where you actually get out and you give your children a very long, embracing hug. And you've inspired me to do that. So I will definitely take that risk, and I will share next time. Thank you for that.
I love. And I want to be clear that there's no should.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have any should that you should be getting out of the car and hugging in pajamas.
Yeah.
And it's for each of us knowing what those moments are, that we can choose it, and that we're brave and that we're leaders. And it might be talking to that person who's a decision maker about something that really matters to us, or writing that letter, or organizing a group, or whatever it might be, that is so powerful. And the cool thing about the 21-day journeys is that, you know, it helped to unite you guys.
Yes.
You know, you were already so connected.
Yes.
Yet it raised it another level, and what's going forward. And I want to take this moment to acknowledge you both and honor you both, and your girls too. I mean, in what I'm hearing, to bestow upon you that you are the first in Los Angeles, if you'll take this on, to be hugging ambassadors.
Yay!
Oh, wow.
That you are charged with spreading hugs and love for life.
What an honor.
Going on a 21-day journey whenever you're inspired to, and having whatever other people get involved in the 21-day journey that you want to. And one great way, little trick I've learned to keep track of the days is to start a journey on the 1st of the month.
Okay.
It just helps you then, like on the 5th of the month, you know you're on day
Yes. Yes.
and get a bigger group doing it. It's like you really, like on Valentine's Day, we launched another hugging 21-day movement. And so there's about 7 to 10 different like groups and individuals on the journey right now that we're on day 7. From Valentine's, it's day 7 right now. So keeping track of the 21 days, life is like this, right? Like there's a lot of different things that we go through, and I want to tie into what you were saying before, because when you are feeling exhausted, which we all do, and you are feeling more disconnected, it's being radically transparent with ourselves about what's going on and why that is, and then taking some hugging action on that area. So, you know, it's not like 21 days, it's just like magic the whole time. Like day 5, you might be like, I don't want to hug anybody, I don't want to hug myself. It's being real and being in touch with your hugging accountability buddy about what's real.
Yeah.
And then creating above and beyond that, because of that truth and love, honesty with yourself. And on the website at www.thehugdoctor.com, there is a hugging life baseline where you can look at all the different domains of your life and rate them to see what area you want to hug more. You know, like what area you want to focus in on. And that can guide your journey. If your listeners are saying like, oh, you know, finances are an issue for me, or friends, like I have good friends, but I want to have a closer friend that I really do certain things. You know, anything that they want to set the intention to is something to create on the 21-day journey. So it's a rich platform with the idea to ground us and then unleash us.
Got it.
So,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and like I said, for me, it's been so strong and it's so interwoven and integrated into our just everyday repertoire that I'm every day reminded of the importance and the meaning of it and how it changes really, you know, I feel it biochemically, like within me. My biochemistry changes when I'm embracing with my husband. And, you know, I have to say, so my husband and our son, they're not big huggers. You know, the girls we are big huggers, but they are not big huggers. And ever since this journey, the other day when we were in the kitchen, we were just passing by, and Cammie mentioned 21-second hug. She just mentioned it because now, you know, we talk about it all the time. And our son, Cyrus, he actually came in, he embraced us, and it was just one of the most beautiful and profound connectional times. And our youngest daughter, Chloe, she said, "Wow, Cyrus, you've never hugged like this before." So she noticed that he was really like in the moment, embracing. And then my husband, he came and put his arms around us. So for a moment, for 21 seconds, the 5 of us were embracing. And it was such a strong spiritual connectional experience that it just started this wonderful conversation about how we should do this more, how we need to do more family dinners together, how we need to sit together and be together. And now we have special family dinners. It's actually Tuesdays and Thursdays are the days that we are very intentional, and we love just coming alongside each other and sitting and breaking bread and being together for a long time and having that quality, unconditional love. When we're not talking about school and we're not talking about grades and we're not talking about anything but just being.
Yes, yes. I've definitely walked away with some more tips, Dr. Stone, because I want to share this whole hug experience with my Girl Scout troop. This is going to be wonderful for them. We already do something at the end of every meeting that's called the friendship circle, and we kind of like interlock arms. And so this is just going to be amazing. I can't wait. I'm going to videotape it for you and be sure that you see it when we meet on Sunday. This is powerful.
That's so beautiful. I'm touched, moved, and inspired over here by you guys and how powerful and awesome you are. I can feel your hearts, and it really inspires me about things working in so many different domains, because it starts with us in each of these, in our families, in the Girl Scouts group. It's awe-inspiring. So
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for starting it. And I love that you're a psychologist. You come from a background of science, you come from a background of research, and your commitment to the field of clinical psychology. I love that you have elevated sort of our intent as clinicians, as parents, as just social members of this world, to be intentional about embracing, having those conversations, integrating it into our educational system, integrating it into our marriages and lives. And I mean, who knew, right? Who knew? My husband is now talking about your hugs. He's like, this is great, 21 seconds is all it took. It's lovely.
I love it. And I'm in therapy, so my therapist helped the other day to give me some clarity about the work that I'm doing. And I was, working on like honing my message a little bit or talking about it. And he said, what I hear, Stone, what I hear this is about for you, what this is about is ending violence.
Oh.
And it's true. And it's violence on like, a couple levels. And I'm just going to throw this up here for a second. Hugs really matter.
Yeah.
And they matter for us, for ourselves. When I say ending violence, people are going to think war, and they're going to think, things, happening in inner cities that are really like messed up and not okay, that like we can do something about. It starts though with inner violence. How often in the day do we treat ourselves not nicely?
Wow.
Love that. I mean, I was having trouble getting this Skype up earlier, and I was like, I was like pretty frustrated and angry with myself that I hadn't planned it more in advance, and that's just the way that we live. Is we're automatically quick to be, even people, very grounded and solid, and all different people, we struggle with being hard on ourselves.
True.
Yeah.
So it's to be aware of when we're doing that for us and for our kids, and end that inner violence in as many moments as we can to really fire us up for what we can do out in the world, and to not get caught up in the little things.
Yeah, I love focusing on and honing down on that awareness of being, violent or aggressive towards self. And I know self-compassion, one of the huge sort of stepping stones for it is being aware of when we become judgmental and aggressive and violent towards ourselves. And it's a great reminder, you're absolutely right, to be aware, to integrate it in our daily living. We all do it as humans, it's human nature to do that. And so we all do it. You do it. You who are watching, you do it. And just it's a matter of awareness. We have to become aware. We have to de-escalate it and try and just awareness of awareness is going to cultivate more peace. And so taking those moments when we pause and we give ourselves a big hug and we say, it's okay, it feels like you're having a hard time right now. I do that with myself, and sometimes I fail because we're rushed. I think the modern life has increased in speed of life for me personally. I know a lot of my mom friends feel the same way, that things are just so much faster, quicker. We don't know the years end, and we're like, oh, what happened? We're just ending the school year. But so taking those moments where we're intentional, mindful, present, self-compassionate, loving, hugging, and valuing the unconditional love. Because at the end of the day, I know for me, when I've had a good, unconditional, loving day, when I've reached out to my mom friends or other friends and I've been loving to them, when I've been loving and helpful with my clients, when I've been loving with our children, that those days when we're serving and cultivating unconditional love are my best days, and I really sleep well those nights. Right, Angela?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I thank you for raising awareness. I thank you for making us LA ambassadors. Yes. We are so proud, and we will.
And the girls too. I want the girls to know that they're the youngest hugging ambassadors ever.
Oh, wonderful. Wow. We'll have to do a Skype later with them, and maybe the four of us, and really have a special ceremony for that, because it's such an honor. We are so honored.
I would love that. Yeah.
Yeah, we would love to do that. And then we will take it to our community and to our friends, and we invite you and encourage you to join this, movement? Let's call it a movement.
Yes,
it is a movement.
It's a movement.
International movement.
Wonderful.
Yes. Inner peace and world peace. Like everything you did on your journey brought us closer together.
Yes.
Those things made your community more connected, made you more connected, and people can be watching this right now all over the world, and they can have access to this in the future. And we're only limited by our imagination in what we can create around connection.
That's right.
Through the power of hugs.
That's right. Amen. I hear you. I feel you. I just felt that. It pierced right through my heart, and it's grounded. It feels just a special place right here.
Yes.
And I'm so glad that Angela and I are sisters, and we're going to be together moving forward with our girls and our children, and this LA chapter, and we're going to have special events. I'm sure we're going to host stuff together and keep you posted. For those of you who are interested in joining this movement, please contact and reach out to Dr. Stone, thehugdoctor.com. He is incredible. He will help you get started. He will get you on the right 21 days hugging journey path, and you will enjoy it, and you'll be able to cultivate so much peace learning, so much wondering. For me, it helped me wonder about so many beautiful things that it just brought wanderlust to our home and our family. And it was just beautiful and peacelicious. It was delicious. So I encourage every single one of you.
I think that's the hashtag PeaceLicious.
Yes.
I love
love
that.
it.
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah.
And the website literally has like action steps for people to take. You know, like once they put their email in, they get a welcome email, and we really get people in action. And I want your guys' feedback about it because it's going to be, getting more and more robust.
Awesome.
Thank you.
We're on it. We will
Yes,
get
we
on
are.
it. We're going to lunch afterwards, and we're going to continue this conversation, and just warm-heartedness to you and your community and your family and your neck of the wood. Thank you for being on Mom Talk again.
Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure, and I'm sending you and your listeners in the world a gigantic virtual hug with lightness and joy and a world that works for everyone.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I gotta. Yes. That's right. We do need to connect in that way nowadays more than ever. And it's a great reminder to just take a moment, pause, breathe, and then let's connect in peace and love. Thank you for that. We thank you for watching this show. Angela, thank you for being
you.
here. It's always a pleasure. It's an honor to spend time with you and to learn from you. Angela, you are such a powerful leader. You're very graceful and oftentimes like a very powerful leader with just a lot of grace and quietness and gentility. And I just want to say, for those of you who like to lead that way, it is so powerful, it is so beautiful. My son is like that, and I think we need to have so much value and regards for that, for those leaders who are not necessarily, leading in certain ways that we're used to as a society, especially here in the US. I feel like we're so used to, a certain type of boldness in leadership. But in fact, I have to share that in my personal journey, I have been touched and moved and inspired by the quiet leaders. And I have a feeling that the future is going to be in the hands of the quiet leaders. And
it's beautiful.
Yeah. And so I really honor you and have so much tremendous respect and love for you.
Thank you, Nelly. Thank you.
Thank you. So it's time to say goodbye. Thank you for watching. We love you all, from MomTalk LA to you wherever you are. Peace and love. Bye.
Bye.